Imagine a book that knows you better than you know yourself. It whispers your deepest fears, points out every missed opportunity, and promises you a way out. This is Lydia Kamatuka's story, a quiet library assistant from Katutura, Namibia, whose life is about to be turned upside down. Lydia lives a small, careful life. Her dreams are modest, shaped by years of disappointment. She walks the same streets every morning, past the familiar sights and sounds of her neighborhood, feeling invisible. Her world is one of quiet routine and unspoken hopes. One afternoon, while reshelving donated books at the community library, she stumbles upon an old leather-bound volume. It has no title, no author, and it's not in the library system. The pages smell like dust and rain, a scent of forgotten history. Curious, she takes it home, planning to catalog it the next day. That night, everything changes. When Lydia opens the book, it doesn't speak with a voice, but its words speak directly to her soul. They describe her life with unnerving accuracy, her private anxieties, her quiet resentments, her wasted potential. The writing feels like a personal, intimate conversation with a brutally honest mentor. The book isn't mystical in a flashy way. It's psychological. It gives her simple, practical instructions. Wake up earlier. Stop letting people drain your energy. Apply for the things you think you don't deserve. The advice is logical, disciplined, and uncomfortable. It's nothing evil, just the hard truths she's been avoiding. Lydia follows the instructions, and slowly, her life begins to transform. Within months, she wins a scholarship for a professional course. Her confidence blossoms. She starts a small tutoring program for children in her community. And soon, she can afford to move into her own clean, small flat. She's no longer the invisible woman from the library. People in Katutura start to notice her. She's respected, invited to speak at youth events, and seen as a beacon of success. The book, however, never offers a word of praise. It only demands more discipline, more focus, more ambition. Her old friend Jonas, a sharp-eyed journalist, grows concerned. He tells her she's become different, distant, rigid, and cold. He sees the change, but Lydia, caught in the grip of her newfound success, dismisses his warnings. She's finally becoming someone, and she won't let anything stand in her way. But the book's demands start to escalate, growing sharper and more isolating. It tells her to cut ties with her aunt, the woman who raised her, calling her a distraction. It instructs her to silence any voice of doubt, including her own conscience. Lydia hesitates, resisting some instructions, but the allure of success is strong, and she follows others feeling a growing unease. Then comes the night that shatters everything. The book lays out a new instruction, cold and calculated. To secure a permanent, influential position, she must frame a respected colleague for academic fraud. The book even provides a chillingly logical argument. One life sacrificed, hundreds of others secured through your influence. The words hang in the air, a poisoned promise. Lydia trembles. This is the line she never thought she'd have to face. All the small compromises, all the disciplined steps, have led her to this moral cliff. She looks at the book, the source of her success, and sees it for what it truly is. With a deep breath, she closes the leather-bound cover. For the first time, she speaks to it aloud, her voice shaking but firm. No, the silence that follows is heavy. And then the book responds. Not with anger, but with the cold final certainty of a prophecy. Then you will return to nothing. The fallout is swift and brutal. Within weeks, her contract is terminated under a cloud of false rumors. The reputation she worked so hard to build is destroyed. The friends who admired her success disappear. Her aunt falls ill, and Lydia, now jobless and broke, can't afford the medical care she needs. She is back where she started, but this time she's lost more than just her job. She's lost her community's trust. Only Jonas remains by her side, a loyal friend in the ruins of her life. Standing at the edge of the vast Comus Highlands, with the wind whipping around her, Lydia holds the book one last time. She builds a small fire and places the source of her rise and fall into the flames. As she watches it burn, she cries, not from fear or regret, but from the profound realization that she has chosen her integrity over comfort, her soul over success. The fire doesn't roar. It dies down quietly, as if acknowledging her final, defiant choice. She returns to Katutura with nothing but the skills she earned and the character she reclaimed. She starts over teaching a few children under the shade of a tree, using donated books and her own hard-won knowledge. Years pass. The small group of students under the tree grows into a real, community-run library, a place built on transparency, trust, and shared knowledge, not secrets and shortcuts. On the library's opening day, surrounded by the joyful faces of children and neighbors, a young girl looks up at her and asks, "Auntie Lydia, which book changed your life?" A slow smile spreads across Lydia's face, a smile full of peace and wisdom. She looks at the shelves of books, all of them open and available to everyone, and she replies softly, "The one I chose to close." Her story reminds us that true success isn't about what we gain, but about what we refuse to lose. It's about the boundaries we draw and the choices we make when no one is watching. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that makes you think.